This is Randy Couture, and you're listening to WTF Nation Radio.
WTF Nation Radio.
The crash. So we're just gonna get back into it. We were talking about the bar that got broken into. I guess by any other definition, it was a bar that got broken into, and some people had enjoyed some beverages, approximately 9 adult beverages, and several. They called other children. They called other people, and they came because hey, that bar was open, or they got into that bar.
But there's children involved.
I don't know, man. I grew up in Wisconsin. My grandparents owned a bar, and kids were allowed.
If you can't touch your elbows. You know what I'm talking about. That's old school law.
Right. I mean, but they had my grandparents had. I mean, I was a kid and I was allowed there, not because it was my grandparents' place, but kids were allowed there, but not like Friday nights at 10 o'clock. Sundays for football was fine. Tuesdays after whatever was fine, but it wasn't a normal thing. Kids couldn't just come in. They served, dude. They didn't have Coke. They served RC Cola.
RC Cola. I love that shit.
RC Cola. Royal Crown.
Love it.
But that's the cola that I grew
back in
up
the
on.
days where pubs were like places where actually people got together and met and talked and figured shit out.
Right. I mean, then there was, there were definitely there was smoking. There was a 100-year-old building, and that was when I was a kid. So it's probably 200 years old now.
Like 1,000.
It's like 1,000 years old now. I think ICE used to be a bar back there.
George Washington done. Excuse me. Ice crossed the Delaware in the middle of Christmas.
We have pictures of that. So I was going to start off the second hour, which is what this is. This might be an abbreviated second hour, but this is kind of pretty cool. The iPhone 12 was just released a couple of weeks ago.
Blah.
Was it last week?
Oh, dude. Anyone who pays that much for a phone is an idiot. Simple as
How much is it? Do you know how much it is? Like stateside here.
Oh God, I've heard different stories. I've heard the Japanese side of it. I've heard the U.S. side of it. I've heard $1,500. I don't know. I didn't get to read the articles, so $1,500 for a phone.
$1,500 for a phone. I was in Austin at Minx's wedding, and I had some time off, so I was driving around looking for a place to eat, and there was a mall, and I had to go there for something. I actually needed I needed to buy a tie. Something really crazy happened. I forgot my tie here at home in Dallas. So when I got there, I'm like, Austin has malls. I'm going to go and so I went into Macy's and I bought a tie. So after I bought the tie, I'm walking around and I'm just perusing the mall atmosphere. I forgot where the fuck I was going with this. There weren't a whole lot of people inside the mall. I was kind of surprised. A lot of people in the parking lot, nobody inside the mall. A lot of people were like outside doing the outside, like outside of the mall. They had little mini strip malls. That's kind of where the people were. Anyway, I'm gonna go into this. We were talking about the iPhone. I walked into a T-Mobile. T-Mobile is my carrier. So I walked into a T-Mobile store and immediately, I think T-Mobile has like the best customer service. It doesn't matter if it's stores or if you call the company. T-Mobile has like the best customer service I have ever experienced. I don't know if do you have T-Mobile or do you have another carrier?
No, I use AT&T, weirdly enough.
I was with AT&T.
The one that everyone hates?
I was with AT&T for a number of years, and I continually felt underappreciated. And like a number of years, I don't mean by like 5 or 10 years. I've been with them since as far as the cell phone business, when I was in the Army, I had Sprint, and I had a crazy-ass flip phone. I left Sprint, and I joined... after I got out of the Army, I went to work for the company that I had, that I'm with now. And what the hell was that? Before AT&T, AT&T bought them out, but it was like it was some crazy ass stupid wireless company, and AT&T bought them out.
360 or something.
It wasn't 360. I can't remember it.
For me, my first cell phone that I got was
Singular.
Singular, yeah, that's what it was.
So I was with Singular because we had a great like a federal employees discount and a company discount. So here I am with AT&T since 1990, maybe 1998, and here it is 2019. And I'm like, I'm wanting a better deal. I've upgraded throughout the years, and I had at the time an iPhone SE, and I'm wanting a good deal. Kind of show me, throw some chicken my way. Just say, hey, thanks for being with us for all these years. And I went there, and they're like, oh, not only are we going to take you out of the unlimited plan, and they were just going to take all of these things that I enjoyed about my cell phone plan and they were just going to flush them down the toilet. So I'm like, all right, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. I'm gonna shop around, and I found T-Mobile, and I'm really happy with T-Mobile. This is not a plug at all. I'm not being compensated at all by T-Mobile, but I've been with them for 2 years, and I've been super, super happy. So I went into T-Mobile. Customer service came over. I'm like, hey, what I'm looking for is, I've got a brand new car. It only connects to phones that run Android. I have an Android now that runs the Android OS 12 and above. My phone, which is a Galaxy 9, only has 11, and that's the highest that's available for it. My phone only connects, to the next iteration higher. And he answered all my questions, and I wasn't about to spend. I think I could have got a brand new phone with like 256 gigs of memory plus had a SIM slot so I could expand that. And I'll never ever use all of that. I don't take that many pictures or shoot that much video. But I was just there basically to get some information. I wasn't there to buy a phone. I was just kind of looking around. But man, I was super happy with the way that they treated me. So if you guys are looking for a new cell phone carrier, T-Mobile's the way to go. They got a pretty good veterans discount, active duty discount, and what you see. I mean, when they say that your shit's going to cost you $69 a month, it costs you $69 a month. That's what it costs, taxes and stuff included. So it's a predictable billing. Anyway, we're talking about the iPhone 12, and this story came out of India, and there's some information about this beautiful looking phone there. I'm not sure what all it does. It looks like it has a microphone up front and three cameras, or three different types of cameras. Anyway, it does
this is the way mine is set up on my. I got a Galaxy 10, and it's got 3 different cameras on it. One's wide view, one's what do they call it? Macro. Mm-hmm. I'm not a picture taking guy. I just like power.
Oh, so you can power. Macro would be for like up close. You want to take pictures of like dewdrops on a rose. You would take macro.
Yeah, I mean, it takes really nice pictures, especially if you're doing like exposure pictures of like the night sky or something like that. Mm-hmm. Really awesome. I don't do that.
I spend a lot of time on Reddit, and there's dudes there that take pictures of the moon with their iPhones, not the 12, but other versions of the iPhone, and it's incredibly good. And these are like unfiltered, unmolested type photos.
If you like, okay, the whole Samsung and Apple aside, best phones for camera quality, I'm gonna say this honestly, are Nokia and LG by far. If you're a picture taker, those are the 2 you want.
Really? Okay. I just go with when I chose this Samsung, I just went off of what my daughter said. Because I don't know, all I want to do is be able to make phone calls. I don't make a lot of phone calls. I take a few pictures. I like to text message. I like to use social media. The smartphone is the way to go for me. When I was in T-Mobile, they actually have a dumb phone. It's a little flip phone with, you just make phone calls on it. It is meant to make phone calls, and you can text message. But yeah, I
use my phone as an internet source and a computer source. That's all I use it for.
It's amazing because you can you can get rid of the computers in your house, and you can do probably 95% of everything that you would ever do on a computer. You can do that on your phone.
Yes, you can. I will challenge anyone that's listening right now. Challenge me with a program that you have on your computer and give me about a week, and I'll do it better on the phone.
SolidWorks. That is such a resource hog. You need like a 10-core freaking computer to actually use everything of that.
Find a way around it. Trust me. Give me a week.
Okay. I'm going to challenge you, and we'll revisit this next week.
SolidWorks.
SolidWorks.
Right,
it's
I don't even know what it does.
It's 3D computer-aided drafting.
Oh, it's like milkshake. All right, gotcha.
It's like my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
Yeah. No, I know about that. Yeah, I can figure something out with that.
So we're talking here about the i12, the iPhone 12. For simplicity, I have converted all of the figures I'm going to talk about. I've converted them into U.S. dollars, because we were talking about dinars. This story happens in India, so you're talking about rupees, you're talking about a conversion to dinars, and like airplane flights. We're going to get to this. Airplane flights to a different country to buy this phone and then come back to India, and that was cheaper than buying the phone in India. We're going to talk about that here in a second, but I'm going to talk about it using U.S. dollars.
Okay, I'm like, my brain hurt a little bit.
I'm sorry. Apple has launched 4 new iPhones, including the iPhone 12 mini, the iPhone 12, iPhone 12 Pro, and iPhone 12 Pro Max. Out of all the 4 new releases, only 2 will be available in India for now. The iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 Pro. Soon after the new iPhones were announced, Apple discontinued the iPhone 11 Pro, iPhone Pro Max. The company also reduced the prices of its existing iPhones, including the iPhone 11, iPhone XR, and iPhone SE. The Apple iPhone 12 is priced. Its price starts at about $951.67. This is using Indian rupee conversions for the base variant, whereas the iPhone 12 Pro costs $1,632.41 for its base variant. Well, that's not something that's unexpected. I mean, phones are expensive. All the newest releases of the phones are very expensive. Considering the previous trends, the iPhone Pro models are released with an exorbitant price tag. Now, to add to the woes of people looking to buy the iPhone 12 Pro, they should know that the iPhone 12 Pro is more expensive in India than in any other country. Dubai, for instance, sells the iPhone 12 Pro for $1,143.64. Are you following me?
Figure it out.
The iPhone 12 Pro is comparatively cheaper in Dubai. So cheap that you can actually go to Dubai, buy the phone, and come back. And it will be cheaper than buying an iPhone 12 Pro in India.
Okay.
So I've done the math. So here we go.
I'm sure an Apple user would be so hard on about getting his new Apple phone to do that.
So the iPhone 12 Pro price in India for 120 gigabyte version is $1,632.41. iPhone 12 Pro price in Dubai for the exact same phone is $1,143.64. Round trip airfare from India to Dubai is $244.09.
Wait. So why is it so expensive for us to fly to Dubai? I'd like to take a trip to Dubai.
Dubai is beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta pay $1,000 to fly from the U.S. to Dubai, but someone from India only's gotta pay $200.
It's basically, it's not next door, but it's closer.
I don't know about that.
It's not you're not flying All Arabia. I'm sure it's like a.
I'm getting heated now because everyone else in the world could travel cheap, but I'm American. I gotta pay extra for this shit. All right.
Well, more miles. So anyway, all of this considered, the round trip airfare from India to Dubai is $244.09. Food and transportation, they estimate is about $136 between getting taxis, going to a place, buying the phone, and then you got to get lunch, and you go back to the airport and you get on the airplane and you fly back to the lovely country of India. This is crazy because when you do the math, after all is said and done, flying to Dubai for your new iPhone 12 Pro from India, it's going to save you a whopping $108.68. So if you want to save $100,
take a vacation.
if you want to save $100 on your iPhone Pro, that's the way to do it. Fly to Dubai.
Fly to Dubai, or just be like a normal person and get an Android.
Or get an Android.
Yeah.
Even when I was in the T-Mobile, they had the new it's like some I really don't know all the different models, but it was like the 20. Mine's a Galaxy 9. Theirs is a 20.
No, I got the 10. They did what kind of like Apple did, where they skipped a whole.
They skipped a whole bunch. They skipped a whole decade and went to 20.
10 to the 20. So the 20 is the new, and I wasn't impressed with it. I mean, I had a Galaxy 6 for like 5 years or something like that, until the back end camera busted out, and I was like, oh, time to upgrade.
See, I've got a Galaxy 9. I'm very, very happy with it. I don't know what I shouldn't be happy with. It does its job. It connects to Wi-Fi when it should. It gets me to where I want to go. I can navigate.
It does what a phone does.
It does what a phone does. I can navigate with it. The battery is pretty solid. When I've got all my stuff turned on, since I've got Bluetooth on my car, my Bluetooth now stays on all the time. And I can navigate for a long time before it even needs a charge. But I've got an inductive charger in my car, so it's there. So I don't have to worry about anything.
Wireless charging is a really big thing now with phone.
I love it. It's just
I've got 2 or 3 wireless chargers sitting behind me. I got 3 phones sitting on charge at any given time, and only one is connected to the actual network. The other ones are just for my wireless. Like, oh well, I want to listen to some music, and I pick my old phone up, use it as an iPod.
I've got an old iPhone 3, and it sits on my nightstand, and I use that for an alarm clock.
See, I mean, people throw phones out. Why? Just reuse some shit.
And it's really great if you got a decent amount of memory. You can just, like you said, load it up with music. Connect that Bluetooth to a Bluetooth speaker, and you've got all of the entertainment that you need in your house.
Or if you're tech savvy, use it as a pen tool. But I won't tell you how to do that.
A pen tool?
A pen tool. Network penetration.
Well, I don't have that much free time, man.
Well, I mean, yeah.
So anyway, you can grab that iPhone 12 for cheap if you lived in India, and these are only figures for if you live in India. I'm just looking at this. Heath Barlow says he prefers his photos to be molested.
Yes, well, of course you would.
Okay. I see a lot of comments saying that the phones aren't unlocked. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea if my phone is unlocked.
Right. If you have a phone and you don't know how to unlock it, should you have a phone?
Not unlock it as in to get in, but there's a level of ownership that allows you to do more things. Is that correct?
Yes. Well, they talk about jailbreak and root, but if we're living, this is 2020, and you've been using those phones for as long as you have, if you can't jailbreak it or do whatever you want to do with it, you're pretty much like a 70-year-old trying to figure out how to use a dial-up modem like 20 years ago. Oh.
I will put myself in the category of I'm a 70-year-old. I've never tried.
I mean, I click on things and it works. It's great.
I've never
I'm not
tried
trying to talk shit. But...
Well, I've never tried to get more out of a device. I've hacked lots of stuff, but like hack, I don't know.
When you say hack and I say hack, we both mean the same thing. But like when a normal person hears hack, they're like, oh, well, you're breaking a law or something.
No, it's not like that. Hack is just to get more use out of something. Hack is just to squeeze the orange just a little bit more to get some more juice.
There you go.
So,
old nerds talking.
I don't expect anything more than what I pay for. And
I'll always want more. I will squeeze every last bit of that lime juice out of that lime.
That's so awesome. So guess what? We're going through this pandemic, right?
Oh no.
There's a pandemic. It's called
what pandemic?
It's the Rona. The Rona. The Rona, the Wuhan virus,
we've all been dead.
The Chinese virus.
Oh yeah, oh god, I love it. I love it.
I don't know where the hell. See, I've got on my broadcast here. It's story 1, story 2, story 2-1, 2-2, 3, 3-1, 3-2. So
my big question is, who died from coronavirus that didn't really die from coronavirus?
It's not that. It's just that the person that died in July. Oh my gosh. This is gonna look super unprofessional, and I totally apologize. I'm going to do this differently next time. That's definitely not it. That's the iPhone one that we just did. We're not taking a music break. We're both on cam. Asteroid. I have asteroid news. That's going to be pretty awesome. Here we go. Really super horrible reporting by CNN. And I'm going to call out CNN. I didn't tag them in here just because I don't need a shitstorm of attention. But CNN on the 20th of October 2020, which was Tuesday, I found this right at the beginning of CQ's show, Pop Culture Warrior, where he interviewed Louis Anderson, which was, if you guys heard the show, it was fantastic. Louis Anderson is a spectacular human being. He's absolutely awesome. I think CQ knocked that interview out of the park, and Mr. Louis Anderson was very gracious and very appreciative of everything and the way that everything happened and the whole process. And he gave Spanky kudos, and it was really, really great. We had a really good time. So anyway, right before that show, I found this story. The story was published on Tuesday, the 20th of October, 2020 at 8:01 p.m. Eastern Time. The headline says, a Texas woman died on a plane of COVID-19 in July. Of course, I published in October. This is saying that she died of this shit in July. A woman died in late July on the tarmac at a New Mexico airport. Go ahead.
No, you said in October.
Like this month.
But in July.
Back in July, yes. 90 days or so ago.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to figure it out. All right.
I was really taken aback by this because of the headline and then the time. It was Tuesday. I'm like, why are they reporting on this in October for something that happened in July? Because everybody knows that it doesn't matter if you got hit by a train or not, you died from COVID-19. So the story reads, a woman died in late July on the tarmac at a New Mexico airport, Judge Clay Jenkins told CNN. The Dallas County Health and Human Services first reported her death in the news on that day, in July. No other details were made because of medical privacy reasons. The woman's death was among the other 544 confirmed new COVID-19 deaths reported by Dallas County on Sunday, the 18th of October. More than 8.2 million cases have been reported nationwide as of Tuesday, and more than 220,000 have died in the United States. The woman was in her 30s, and she had underlying health risk conditions. So, she didn't die from COVID-19. She died from something else, and I guess maybe COVID helped it along.
I died from getting hit by a bus, but COVID killed me.
The news comes as people appear to be getting more comfortable with flying during the pandemic. No, this is why I'm driving to go see my parents over Christmas and not flying, which was what I would normally do. In a normal year, I'd pay the money, I'd fly to Chicago, and I'd fly back.
You're a fly boy, though. That's a big statement. Me, on the other hand, I like my legs on the ground.
I am a fly boy. I love to fly. I do love to fly. Helicopters is what I prefer.
If God wanted me to fly, He gave me wings. Simple as that. That's what I hate fucking flying.
Or a parachute, right? Just in case.
No. Nah.
No, you just don't like to fly. I get it. I mean, some people don't like to fly. I prefer to fly just because I would say it's easier. It's not really, since 9/11, it isn't really easier because you're going to be spending a longer amount of time getting in. There's the trip to the airport. There's the time spent in the airport. There's the trip from the airport at your final destination to somewhere else. And it's just like, if I were to fly to go see my parents, I'd fly from Dallas to O'Hare, and then my parents would have to drive from wherever they are and pick me up at O'Hare, and there would be that drive from O'Hare.
Every time you say that word, it makes my spine tingle.
O'Hare?
Yes.
Oh, you don't like O'Hare?
Oh, no. It's the worst airport to ever go through in your life. I'd do Atlanta 1,000 times over than O'Hare once.
I love Atlanta. I love the little trams. You get on that. You get on that little subway, and you just boom, you're gone. There's no walking. You just get on that train and go.
Yeah, but O'Hare, like, you make one wrong turn, you're missing your flight.
If you're at O'Hare and you make a wrong turn, when you're trying to navigate to your terminal, you're in a different zip code, and you got to like do the entire loop around again. I get that. I understand that.
If you see two Macy's, you done messed up.
So anyway, I just wanted to kind of rant on CNN because I thought they did a very maybe this just John Kerry is in the chat here, says I'd do LAX over O'Hare. When I came back from Korea, I flew straight from Seoul to LAX. You know what? LAX is a humongous airport. They've been doing it for years, and they do a good job. When I was working, the food service manufacturing equipment type stuff, I flew from Detroit to LAX. I had nothing but a good time in LAX. I did not like the LA traffic. I could do without that. But yeah, the airport there, LAX is pretty fucking solid on the way that they handle traffic. They handle a lot of traffic. Do you agree, or no experience, or what?
I've never been to LAX. I've never been that far out that way, and I never hope I ever wind up that way, because California, in my eyes, is a shithole, and I'd rather shoot myself in the foot than fly out to California. But from experience, the worst airport I've ever been to is O'Hare, and I'm seeing a lot of people agreeing to that.
Let me see. I've dealt with O'Hare. O'Hare's okay. LAX is okay. D-Max mentions Phoenix Sky Harbor. I don't mind Phoenix Sky Harbor. That's a fine. It's fine for me.
That's not bad. I've been to that one. It's not that bad.
Tulsa. I didn't really like the Tulsa airport. We flew when we went to War Horses for Veterans, we flew into Kansas City. Wasn't really impressed with that because they get a lot of traffic, but they don't have a lot of the infrastructure required to handle a lot of traffic. So there's extended wait times, and it's not as streamlined as it should be. So I guess Kansas City's on that list. Red Lake used to rail against Memphis, the Memphis airport. I don't remember ever flying into or out of Memphis.
I did LA over there, and it's
no. Bush is Houston.
Bush is awesome.
Or Hobby.
I don't care what anyone says. Bush is the best airport on the face of the earth.
Bush is good. They just got a Chick-fil-A, or was it Hobby? Houston Hobby.
They got a Whataburger in that bitch.
that's like it's almost the next to my own. That's probably the second best burger. I think you'd agree. Your best burger is probably better than Whataburger.
Okay, yeah. Whataburger is my second best burger. It is. But it's still my second best burger. You can't find it anywhere but Texas.
Hey, Bob Bulow. Hey, I'm going to talk to you here in a second. He says, I spent 15 hours on the tarmac at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport due to a couple of inches of snow. Wow.
Ooh, oh, I got a story for that too.
I've been on the ground. Beautiful blue skies. Awesome weather at O'Hare. Trying to fly back to Dallas-Fort Worth. We were stuck on the ground it was me and my wife at the time and my 2 very young daughters. We were stuck inside that airplane it was about 6 hours because of thunderstorms that were happening in freaking Nebraska. We had beautiful blue skies. You could fly. You could take off and go to wherever you want to go. We were stuck on the ground because there were freaking storms in Nebraska. We couldn't take off.
Mine was there was ice storms in the Houston area, and I got 5 days leave extension because of that shit. So I was happy as fuck.
Whataburger every day.
Oh yeah.
So D-Max says smash burger.
Houston.
I read you there. D-Max says smash burger. We have some smash burgers here. I make a really damn good smash burger.
What is a smash burger? What is a smash burger?
Okay, the way that I make a smash burger, and this is kind of you get some 80-20 beef, and you roll it into a 2.5 ounce ball. You get 2 of those, and you put them on an iron skillet, as hot as it can get, and you put the ball of meat on there, and then you smash the fuck out of it. You smash you Hulk smash it. And it takes literally 2 minutes to cook 2 burgers. And then you put some cheese on there, and it's the best thing ever. Smash burger is there's a restaurant called Smash Burger that makes different varieties of that type of burger. And it's really, really good. It's really delicious.
So Steak and Shake.
Similar. Yes.
A Steak and Shake. Okay.
To be simplistic, yes. Steak and Shake is the same. Smash Burger is the same. I actually prefer. I'm going to Chicago for Christmas, and I'm bringing my iron skillet, so I can make smash burgers for my family. It's so good. I so prefer that to grilled. Grilled is good, but if I ever have like, hey, we're going out to dinner, we're going out to this burger place, I'm like, okay. Just being kind, I will go and we will have a good time. But I really prefer my own. Cheeseburger is the best burger joint. I've never heard of that, Heath. Where is that located? Is that a chain?
East Coast thing.
Is that an East Coast?
Cheeseburger is what's that dude's name? Margaritaville guy. Wasting away again.
That guy.
What is his name?
Oh, now this is a freaking trivia show. Jimmy Buffett?
Jimmy Buffett cheeseburger. Your cheeseburger is Jimmy Buffett's little chain, and it sucks. It sucks.
You don't like it? I'd have to try it. I've never tried it. I have no opinion. Foreman Grill.
That's like people saying Fuddruckers is awesome, and I still can't figure out why they think that. But.
You know what's crazy? When the Rona hit, I've got a Fuddruckers that's right down the street, and I used to go there every Sunday, and I would get, I think they call it, when they throw it, it's called the Hangover, which is like a half-pound patty with all the toppings, and then they top it with an egg. And it's good. I really like my eggs on the fried eggs on burgers. It tastes good.
People
I like it.
Don't realize how good that is.
It is very delicious. I actually got hooked on that when I was in Korea. They would make a soy burger with.
Burgers are totally different from America. Like when they say burger in Korea, it means something totally different.
What does it mean?
And I don't know, but like I've seen some of them Korean. I've never been to Korea, but I watch a lot of food shit, and I was like, please feed that to me now, because it's shit like they throw kimchi and shit or whatever.
Anyway, John Kerry says, "What is Fuddruckers eating challenge?" I can't remember. They actually have a 1 pound burger. Fuddruckers has a 1 pound, or they had. Fuddruckers is a Texas-based company. And where I was going with this is during the Rona, when the Rona first kicked off, my local Fuddruckers, the one that's like right down the street, they're like, hey, we're going to be closed for a while. We're going to reopen. We have to like reevaluate and kind of like pivot. They're closed. They're closed. It freaked me out. I love that place, man. I used to go there every Sunday for a burger. I love it because you can go there and get a really good burger, however you want it. They have buffalo and they have all kinds of other different meats and stuff. And then you go when you're done, you can go and get a milkshake, and the milkshakes are really, really good. But man, they don't have any camel toe burgers or milkshakes. I don't know what you're talking about, Heath. But yeah, man, it's the grass is all overgrown, and the windows are all boarded up, and that's no longer a Fuddruckers, and I'm really, really sad because Fuddruckers is probably my best local, because it's a local business here. It's not a chain here. It's a locally owned.
It'd be like Whataburger going out of business in Houston. Like, holy shit, this is the end of the world.
So what do you think about? I mean, a Chicago firm actually bought Whataburger.
That shit, right? That's all I gotta say. That shit right there. It made me so angry. Very angry.
So what does that? I mean, what does that mean to you? It's just.
That means it's no longer a Texas thing.
It's no longer a Texas thing.
It is a Texas thing, but it's no longer a Texas thing.
It's not it's not solely a Texas thing.
Yeah, and I was so mad about that. And
okay, John Kerry mentioned Five Guys. I enjoy Five Guys, but Five Guys is really good. You know how
order a large French fry from Five Guys. Do not do it.
No. And I found that out the hard way. I'm like, do you want fries with that? I'm like, no, I'm good. I'd like
I'll take a large fry.
Dude, they will take the same container you would put a small fry in. They just throw that in the bottom of a bag and then fill that bag full of fries. So you're either paying $3 for fries or you're paying $1 for fries. I do like Five Guys. Five Guys has an excellent story. It's owned by Five Guys, but they got their Crystal Burgers. That is really some good 2 o'clock in the morning coming back from the bar food. You get
I Crystal's shit. That's like the White Castle of the South. People don't realize this shit.
But I like White Castle. I like White Castle.
I like White Castle. But 25-cent burgers. Oh,
Five Guys was made by some guys that were in college, and they used the money that their parents sent them, and they opened up a burger place. I was going to mention that in a story like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I didn't. I didn't think anybody would care. But we all like food.
A couple capitalists, came up with instead of let's go to college and waste money.
Let's take this college money and open up a burger joint.
It's a business around a college place too.
So if you guys were paying attention into the news, this happened a couple of days ago. There was we have a satellite that was going around an asteroid. Oh my gosh, I have to trying to focus here. A NASA spacecraft descended onto an asteroid on Tuesday, and this is another story that I found in right before the Pop Culture Warrior show. I'm going to show you a little bit of an animation of the path that this asteroid was taking, and the satellite going around it. A NASA spacecraft descended onto an asteroid Tuesday and, dodging boulders the size of buildings, momentarily touched the surface to collect a handful of cosmic rubble for return to Earth. It was the first for the United States. Japan has done it before. We were the second. Touchdown declared, a flight controller announced to cheers and applause. Sampling is in progress. Confirmation came from the OSIRIS-REx spacecraft as it made contact with the surface of asteroid Bennu more than 200 million miles away. This little spacecraft that we launched way back, I think it was in 2006. is 200 million miles away from Earth, and we said, "Hey, man, go grab some dirt." That's its purpose. That was its purpose.
I mean, let's be honest. How far away is Voyager right now?
Way beyond our solar system. So it's going to be about a week before scientists know how much, if anything, was grabbed, and whether another try is going to be had. So I think that's really badass that we launched a freaking satellite or a small spacecraft up there, and its sole purpose was to grab some samples from this asteroid. And
like everyone hears this, but to me, the mathematics behind this shit blows my mind. Just like everything calculated behind this shit.
You have to be dead nuts if you're not correct. And it never landed. It's not like it landed on the asteroid and then scooped up some dirt and then took back off again. It hovered into the orbit.
Its gravitational field. Snatched some dirt.
Snatched some dirt and left. It never landed. It just kind of extended a boom, scooped up some stuff, and then came out.
Mosquito. It's like a mosquito going. Ding, ding.
That's very excellent. It was like a mosquito. It just kind of grabbed a little bit of blood and then left.
But someone to math that shit.
A lot of people.
I would like to meet. I would love to meet the people that figured it out and shake their hands and be like, "Thank you. You are smarter than I am."
A lot of people math the shit out of that. So, unrelated NASA news. NASA is set to announce a quote, and this is the quote: "An exciting new discovery about the moon, our moon." And this is going to happen on Monday, so pay attention to the news on Monday. NASA is going to make a big announcement on some discovery that they made about our moon. It'll be streamed live.
It's not really a moon?
It'll be streamed live on the NASA website. It's not really a moon. Why do you say that?
We are the moon of the moon?
Are we the moon of the moon? We're like moon brothers. We're the habitable part of that family. Are you taking me down a rabbit hole here?
I'm not playing. I'm playing. Sorry.
So I don't know.
The way the 2020 news is these days, I don't know what to expect anymore.
I don't, they're gonna. I don't. Nothing surprises me anymore, man. This has been. I don't know.
Someone could walk up to me right now and tell me green is now yellow, and I'd believe them at this point.
But I thought it was brown. That's bullshit, dude. But I'm going to fight you for it, and I'm going to riot. I'm
colorblind.
I'm going to organize riots because you think it's blue and I think it's brown.
Whatever.
That's what 2020 is. I don't care. I really don't care. I personally don't have I personally don't have a feeling. I think that a lot of bullshit is just, there's just so much, and this is a new term for me: gaslighting. Gaslighting. You kind of plant some seeds, you kind of light the fire, and then you walk away and you watch the fire burn. There's been a whole lot of that in 2020. There's been a whole lot of that going on since President Trump got elected. To be truthful.
You call it gaslighting. I call it brain dynamite. That's the difference.
Brain dynamite. That's a good one.
And I think David Chappelle was the one who coined that shit. Oh,
really? You know, the only thing I've never paid attention to Dave Chappelle. I like him. I think he's funny. I've seen clips. I saw his what the hell was his name? The guy that tied a noose around his neck and said, "This is MAGA country." The guy that supposommally got robbed. Somalia. Not Somalia. Juicy Smollett. Juicy Somalia. He goes, "Juicy Somalia." That's the only thing I've ever seen from Dave Chappelle. But I've also seen the little clips, the little one-liners that are just hilarious as fuck without any context. So I'm not experienced in the Dave Chappelle arena. Fuck. All right, man. I guess we're gonna get out of here, man. I think we've done two. I think we've done two pretty good 1 hour shows.
Unless we can get 1,000 people viewing right now for another hour. I'm just playing. No, I ain't doing another hour, so screw y'all.
So, doing some housekeeping, we usually announce all the shows that are coming up. We have a show coming up on Monday on the 26th. Ranger Rick is going to be here. Ranger Rick will be joining Ice and Flash to tell the nation his story on how he supports different veteran organizations. I saw this when we get our emails on who's coming in. And I saw Ranger Rick. I'm like, huh, that brings up some childhood memories. So I looked up Ranger Rick. I'm like, dude, that's like this little freaking raccoon that was, you would hear it in ecology class, or it was just like a conversation, conservation.
Like start forest fires. That's
yeah,
the bear,
it was kind of like it was the raccoon version of Smokey the Bear. That's not the guy. This dude is fucking stacked. He's a big old dude.
Okay.
Anyway, he's going to be here on the air with Ice and Flash, and
I say, please don't try to fight me because I can compare you to Smokey the Bear.
So our show lineup is Monday through Friday. Monday we have the Monday edition. Tuesday is, I was going to say Tied Up Tuesday, and that's not correct. This is CQ's realm. CQ has Pop Culture Warrior on Tuesday. Wednesday is a Donza Day. Thursday is Sergeant's Time, and Friday is Kicking It with Koz. So thank you all very much for joining us. Apologize definitely for the
It was my fault.
a little bit. You kind of got up and went to the bathroom, and then everything kind of went to shit.
Yeah, it was always my fault and stuff.
Anyway, we appreciate you all very much, and we'll see you. What is today? Friday. We'll see you on Monday.